Hi, this is Lisa with Project Meditate, and the goal is to really help you develop the habit of meditation. So today's segment is going to give you 5 different meditation techniques. And these techniques were selected because they are the simplest techniques there are. They're techniques that you can use anytime, any place. Because again, the problem that I've found in the past when I tried developing the habit of meditation before, when I was using CDs or guided meditations, I realized that I would get dependent on the CD in order to meditate. So in other words, I had to listen to that CD in order to meditate, or I had to do a specific guided meditation visualization in order to meditate. And so these techniques are selected because they're simple. Anyone can do them, even young children can use these techniques, and they don't require anything that you need to do. So you don't have to have specific music. You don't have to have a visualization. And you can do these meditation techniques anytime, even with your eyes open, even while driving or doing errands. So again, I'm going to go over 5 of the most simple techniques for meditation that I've found that have worked for me and that have worked for other people. But again, it's about finding what works for you. And these 5 techniques are the techniques that we use in these 21-day meditation circles that I facilitate. So again, these techniques have been tried over the period of the last couple of years, and they're very easy for people to use. So let's start with the first one. Now, before I actually go over the 5 techniques, I want to talk to you about belly breathing, because we start all of our meditations with 3 nice deep belly breaths. Now, most of us, when we take a breath, we take a breath from our lungs, our chest area. And really, that's shallow breathing. We're not giving our brain and our bodies enough oxygen when we breathe shallowly through our lungs. So the key is to breathe through our belly. And what I tell people at first is, if you'd like, place a hand over your belly. And as you inhale, you should feel your belly rise. And as you exhale, your belly will lower. Now, if you need a visualization, which I don't try to use a lot of visualizations, but sometimes they may be helpful to start, is you could picture a balloon in your belly. And every time you inhale, the balloon inflates, and then as you exhale, the balloon deflates. So again, it's really important to take these 3 nice deep breaths through our belly. So I'd invite you to practice belly breathing before your meditations, and not just before your meditations, but periodically throughout the day. I find that if I'm running low on energy, I can just sit back and take 3 nice deep belly breaths, and that really helps increase my energy. A lot of people have used them if they feel like they're starting to get angry or they're starting to be stressed. Stop and take 3 nice deep belly breaths. So I'd encourage you to practice belly breathing throughout your day, and also to do 3 nice deep belly breaths before each meditation. So the first meditation technique, and most of us have heard about this one, and it's the simplest meditation there is observing our breath. So if you're just starting meditation, you want to start a 10 to 15 minute practice, I'd invite you during that meditation time to just observe your breath. So just notice your breath as you breathe in and out. It's just bringing our awareness to our breath. And you can even do that now as you're watching this segment. Just be aware of your breath as it goes in and out. So it's just noticing our breath. And then with any meditation, you're doing this for 10 to 15 minutes. Maybe you start to notice the mind chatter, you're thinking about dinner. Just notice that. And then gently go back to observing your breath again. So it's about continually, when we've realized that we're having that mind chatter going on, or we're thinking about dinner, to redirect our awareness back to whatever technique we're using. So redirect your awareness back to noticing your breath. Now sometimes if I have a real active mind, if I was doing a lot of things before my meditation, sometimes it can be helpful to count your breath. So an inhale and an exhale would be 1, 2. Now again, some books and some meditation teachers say, count to 10, don't go higher than 10, and then count over. But for me, that takes too much concentration if I have to think about, well, I'm going to count to 10, and then I'm going to count backwards, or I'm not going to go over this certain number. The idea is just to get us observing our breath. And the reason that that technique is so popular, again, is because we're using our bodies, something that's our breath, something as simple as our breath, which is automatic, we don't have to do anything, to bring us to the present moment. So just by noticing our breath, which is going on right here, right now, we're meditating. And again, the great thing about this technique is you can do it while you're driving. You can do it when you're in line at the grocery store. You don't have to have your eyes closed. You can observe your breath while you're at the office, at the grocery store. So I'd invite you to start taking moments throughout your day and just observe and notice your breath. And again, for your meditation practice, this is a wonderful technique to start with. Now, the second meditation technique is mentioned by Eckhart Tolle in his CD series called Gateway to the Now. And he basically uses a question to bring us in the present moment. So if you'd like, you can use this question as a meditation technique. Without moving or touching my right foot, how do I know it exists? So just sit with that question in your meditation. And it can be your hands. Without moving or touching my right hand, how do I know it exists? See, there's an energy and aliveness in the area of your right hand, and we're just bringing our awareness to noticing that aliveness within. And as you practice this technique, you can do it in different areas of your body. And eventually, you don't even need the question. So for example, I used the question when I first was starting meditating. And now I don't need the question. I can just bring my awareness inside to my abdomen area, my inner body, and just notice that aliveness, that energy, that spaciousness there. So again, the meditation technique starts with the question, which brings you in the present moment. And then later on, you find that you don't even need the question. You can drop the technique. So again, that second technique is without moving or touching my right foot. How do I know it exists? And then what about your left foot? See if you can notice that aliveness in the area of both of your feet simultaneously. So again, this is a great meditation. It's actually one of my favorites.